Ghanatube so it was your former for snowy Masai so atenasibium. Made some our draw Echegum the four corners of Ghana air na interpersonal senior matnas and nomedy. Belacotier and Sembia Ecoso ever on my name a bar never some 4 months so at your mama.
That time also you could buy kinky, but you could not afford fish. And you know in Labadia, when you don't buy fish, they call it kinam. Those of you can speak Ghana. And then you dare demand for the black shito. That was for want of a better word, luxury. Yeah? If you dare demand for the black pepper when you know you didn't buy fish, what the woman would do to you, you will regret. If you don't buy kinam, abahabo shito, if you know the red one, that one they can give to you. And then when you get into the hostel, you know the ladies, because they will be going and coming, you have to find out whether they have some stew for you. So we've seen life a bit. So when people talk about poverty, I know what it is. So please don't give up. Don't give up. You the ladies, the temptation is there. Sometimes you ask, why me? Be easy. God has so many ways of opening doors. Never give up on yourself. Each day has its own promises. Difficult times would come. At 47, I know what I'm talking about. So young men and women, 33 of you, I just want you to know that I'm offering a helping hand. Take advantage of it. Learn, build capacity, and move on. Life has never been easy. It is rough. But with your determination, your faith in God, trust me, no danger can ensue. And that is why Ngugi wa Thiong'o wrote in his book, Weep Not Child, said, weep not my darling, with these cases let me remove your tears. The ravaging clouds shall not long possess the skies, they shall not long be victorious. So have that at the back of your mind. We've seen life a bit, so when people talk about poverty, I know what it is. And then when I was at UCC, Casford Hall, you know, some of our colleagues who were really coming from very difficult homes, some could eat once every 2 days. I saw it with my physical eyes, and it was not easy. I found my way to Buckingham University, and when in very difficult times you would have to go and work. In fact, from Buckingham to Brackleyfield, there was a time that I had no money at all. My fees, I had to work, you know, go and do this the care home, the old age home. And throughout the night you will not sleep. You have to stay awake and take care of those old ladies. Then you can be earning your £7 an hour and all.
The Electricity Company of Ghana is sounding the alarm. At the PRC public hearings, management said the cost of producing and distributing power now far outweighs sales, a crisis they claim can only be resolved by hiking tariffs by 225%. ECG one distribution service charge moved from 19 pesos to nearly 62 pesos per kilowatt hour, insisting this would deliver only a modest 3% revenue growth in the next 3 years. Without approval, the company warns of a major revenue shortfall by 2026.
ECG proposed that the DSC1 is increased from 19 pesewas to 61 pesewas, and this is an increase of 225%.
But ECG's demands go beyond tariffs. The company is also asking for the cost of public lighting, which it says is draining its finances, to be factored in, while also calling for tariff bans to help it recover losses.
I have other proposals for you. So as part of the proposal, ECG has also proposed that the tariff band in some of the bands should be collapsed. So if you take a particular note at the end user tariff, there are 3 bands in the residential tariff. We are requesting the regulator to reduce that to just 2, to keep the lifeline tariff and just 1 additional one. This has revenue implications for not only ECG but the whole sector. My colleague has talked about public lighting tariff.
The Ghana Water Company is equally pushing for drastic adjustment, blaming Galamsey for choking water sources and escalating treatment costs. Ghana Water Company Limited says nothing short of 280% hike can sustain its operations. Michael Kluche is Chief Manager, Corporate Planning.
The third and most disturbing one is the pollution of our water bodies. Currently doing business with our resource, the only resource we have, that is the raw water, is becoming a challenge. And I don't think I should be here be telling you what exactly is happening.
Chairperson for the Stakeholder Committee of PRC, Nanaya Jantwa, agrees Galamsey is worsening utility costs, but stresses that the company's requests are still at the proposal stage. She insists the PRC committee will pore over every submission before any decision is taken.
Oh, we have received their proposals for some increment in tariffs. You know, in 2022, the PRC went through a major tariff review process and we gave them a tariff. They've come to tell us what they use the money for, but not us as PRC. They have to speak to the public. So we have 2 types, which is stepping law, the stakeholder meetings and also the public hearings. So now the process at which we are is the stakeholder meetings. Whatever percentages we see right now, it is the percentages that they have proposed. These are not percentages that we are, we don't know whether we'll give them or not. So after everything, the PRC is going to sit down and also interrogate these numbers, these figures, so that at the end of the day we will decide what is in the interest of the consumer and the financial viability of the utility service provider.
Meanwhile, industries operating within the Free Zones Enclave are also expected to brace for higher costs, as Enclave Power demands a 163% increase in a distribution service charge. For now, the fate of million consumers rests with the PRC's decision, one that could redefine the cost of power and water for years to come. Isaac Ofeje, Joy News, Accra.
Abagotie ensem no aba for comment ehukime comment section na mejebre akenkani na ediamo answer na meso musumika musi aha Ghanatube so nsem bia ekoso ewo omani no onsa ebeka subscribe na hit notification bell no for quick updates. See you there, Macau.